Should be comfortably collected and is by Dlamini. Conta. Seeking to help it clear. Wow, potentially a chance on the break here for Eswatini. Zanisa went charging. Matse that started all 6 previous AFCON qualifiers. I say 6, they've only played 4 games in the group stages, but they actually had to come through a preliminary round. Wow, potentially a chance on the break here for Eswatini. Zanisa went charging forward, but find the pass forthcoming. It's a miscued clearance from the 33-year-old goalminder.
Each and every time any player has to pass the ball to back to his own goalkeeper, you got to take into account which legs he's using, because that's a poor clearance basically, because it was passed to him onto the wrong foot.
Bebo finds Henin. His ball in. Not met by Denki, who was the intended target. Seized upon now by Ramao.
It's been difficult for Sihlangu Semnigati to progress into that taking third where Nzinisa can't get involved. There hasn't been much action. Karim with the ball running into the attack.
Sprayed out wide. Henin is waiting. Ramao. Henin again. Looking up, spotting an option in the form of Denki.
On the back foot, they have been Eswatini. And they haven't quite find the range to settle down into a passing game of their own. It's mainly anything that goes to around the central line as coming from clearances, whereby Sihlangu, Sabela Nzinisa is all isolated on his own in the attack. Even if he picks up the ball, there's hardly anybody around him to be of any support.
Henin's cross. Couldn't beat the first man. Twyla showing good strength. To work to Matse.
More like what they've been trying to do all along. Just to string a few passes. They need to build their confidence where they can play a little bit. It's been difficult because when Togo loses the ball, they have got quite a number of players in the attack, meaning that it's very difficult for Eswatini to build up from. So that's why hitting long, you can't build up when it's not safe. You've got to hit it long and see if you can build off the front.
So from a Mamba long throw from their own half, they forced another throw far further up the field. If you haven't seen this man in action before, prepare to be amazed. Here's one of their best weapons. Mamba, and the call goes against Eswatini.
He has to delay the take because he wants to allow all the players with aerial presence to get into the box just so that they can profit from the high ball.
Mamba. Twala can't make anything happen. Manana getting there ahead of Hennen.
He thought it ricocheted from Hennen, and as a result, he thought it would be a Eswatini throw, and it wasn't. He had a chance to get to the ball and stop it from rolling out.
There's a youngster, Karim, just 19 years of age. Oh, it's clipped over the top wonderfully well. Now from a tight angle. Togo hit the front. Just shy of the quarter hour.
Yeah, man. That's the goal.
Yeah, for a moment I thought the goalkeeper would get to it. He came out. But look at the run.
That's the goal.
And could have been offside there, but I think maybe the right full back on this side had him onside. It was a very tight one. That's a clever dink to get it up past the goalkeeper or past the last defender. But talk about Namiso. If you go with your feet, you have a little chance to get to the ball. Maybe a dive forward would have given a chance to get to the ball first.
Well, he still had work to do once he had managed to get it past the goalkeeper. Wonderful assist from Bebu, who's running at them again. A shot from range, stinging effort. Dlamini eventually gets it in his clutches. And pulling the trigger from distance was Fesu Plaka.
I was staying short, which dropped just in front of the goalkeeper. Very difficult to be able to deal with because you're not sure just where is he going to bounce to, but did well to put his body in line with the ball. A moment once again when Eswatini were trying to build up, and I mentioned that if you got that number of players high pressing you, it's the most dangerous ploy to try and do to build from there.
Well, Plucker banged one in from a fair distance out in their first game. Oh, Karim has been dragged back here by Nkonta.
I guess doing what is necessary, Mkonta, just to slow him down. It's a foul. At least they'll have a chance to get bodies behind the ball. It didn't come at the cost of a card, so that's safe.
So the touch of the head of Nkonta from Karim's free kick means Togo have a corner here. They actually did score from a corner in their first game against Eswatini to go back ahead at 2-1 rather. Karim over it. The teenager takes, and the header is over the crossbar from Plaka. Karim. Teasing Fanelo Mamba. That's worked through wonderfully well. And an opportunity for a Togo second. Will they capitalize on this? Not able to. Well, spilled it initially, did Dlamini. It gets a little fortunate there. Bebu perhaps not as decisive as he needed to be in that instant.
But how they spring that ball from a dip in the middle with such speed and a diagonal ball play into the far side, swiftly so, which had the defenders way behind the action to be able to provide any form of cover. But I guess that they came out without conceding from that situation for me is massive. Conceding goals like back-to-back in that fashion can be very destructive mentally.
Alisum Konto can't link up with Twala.
He's another that hasn't seen much action, Twala. All the plan is basically going to waste here because the men that you're expecting to really increase the level of manpower in attack and also creating chances from crosses into the box. And that hasn't been the case, neither on the right or the left.
So they're looking to go down that right-hand flank once again. This time, Manana does well. Bebu certainly should have done better a little earlier on, the 29-year-old dude. He's been playing his football for Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga over the past few seasons. Just didn't make a decision in that moment.
Key intervention by the goalkeeper. The fact that he didn't allow it to cross in front of him was, I think, good enough for the moment. Yes, Bebu could have done a little better in being decisive at that moment. I can tell you, Karim is staring in the middle of the park. One of the two attacking midfielders alongside Bebu.
Now for a man who's scored 29 goals, Bundesliga goals in 4 seasons for Hoffenheim, you would have expected him to have the requisite composure to put that away. Oh, well left, that's clever. Just ran away from Karim. Midway.
Chasing shadows.
The first half, and Eswatini have seen precious little of the ball.
Chasing shadows in short. Good usage of the ball in the middle defensively, and they're finding the gaps to knit that ball forward in between the spaces. Is Togo looking very superior at the moment.
Well, it was the case when they met a year ago. They probably only have themselves to blame for getting only a point from their match against Eswatini as Bebu latches onto it once again. Now Karim, he has slashed that one wide.
Yeah, misses the opportunity. I guess he meant to hit it with the laces, but he seems to get it with a little bit of the side of the boot, which shrinks the ball away.
Really is a very promising player. He's been out on loan, but he is on the books of top Dutch side Feyenoord. That's Tyler. Ball given away by Manana.
Cheaply so.
Both these sides actually played warm-up friendlies against Lesotho. Both found that there's a really valuable run-out Coach Dominic Kunene alluded to the fact that they'd been able to tinker with formations and play a few sides. One of those friendly matches where you change the whole team at half-time. Awfully tight call. Down at the moment is the captain, Janet. Nisa just checking that he's okay, but 31-year-old back up and running again. He's earned in excess of 70 caps for Togo. Quality player turns out for Getafe in Spain.
With the 3 at the back and 5 in the middle, Yamuzu is the one that operates a little bit on the wide left.
Another rather nasty coming together. Yeah, Mamba absolutely clattered Amozu, but he had already got a touch on the ball. I think he was actually trying to avoid contact altogether.
Indeed.
Tanisa. Kamponto. Mamba. Leaving it form contact.
One concern that Coach Dominic had even before the game was that this being an away game for Togo, they'll look to see if they can punish Eswatini earlier so that they can settle into their normal game, and that's exactly what happened. So it'll be difficult to change it now. Instead, it will be Eswatini trying to make a comeback, but Togo easily can sit back and just allow Eswatini to have all the ball on their defensive side and occasionally maybe apply a high pressure.
Tanisa getting his head on that to keep it alive for Eswatini. Did score via his head, the equalizer, the first of 2 equalizers when they met in June last year. Thumped it home from across. The second equalizer, one of the best goals of the AFCON qualifiers so far. Nguyen, who's not featuring today, off on the turn. Zinisa knows he should have done better. They aren't going to get many opportunities like that.
If only you realize the amount of space that he had to actually maybe even have a second touch to it. But that's an area that is always congested. You don't always hope for that kind of space that he was afforded.
And again, the long throw of Mamba proving useful. Karim nods it to Amozu. Plaka. Muzu. Free kick in favor of Eswatini. Oh, well retrieved. Great flexibility from Bebu in the middle of the park. Good skill from Twala. Approaching the half-hour mark. Togo 1 goal to the good. Dominic Kanene will be hoping to mastermind another comeback. Togo have actually winless in their last 12 AFCON qualifiers. They've had a dreadful run of late. They last featured in the Cup of Nations, I think it's 6 years ago, back in 2017. They missed the past 2 editions, which is a far cry from the era probably a good 2 decades ago. They qualified 4 out of 5 times between 98 and 2006. Different times. Roland Amuzu plays in his homeland for ASKO.
Yeah, one of the few players that local based that made the starting lineup.
Current domestic champions.
Many handles for Evo. Like full on 2 hands on the back.
Quarter hour to go here in Bombela. Togo have had a few opportunities. Probably should have more than the 1 goal. Eswatini have conjured one really good chance that was skewed wide on the half volley by Sabelo Nzinisa, who did miss a penalty in their last outing against Cape Verde, a game that they lost 1-0. Going to see a goal from Ryan Mendes. So how different things could have been at this stage. Cape Verde would have been on 5 points, Eswatini on 3. Complexion of the group would have looked a lot different. Now swung towards the goalkeeper. He's got gloves on that. Only one option upfield in the form of Nzinisa, and they can't locate him. It's been worked out wide. This is Hennen. Wants a better option. Bebu tries to provide it. He has managed to latch on to this. Sifiso Matse perhaps not alive to the possibility of a pass into that particular space. It's broken here from Kota. Switching play to Mamba.
Referring to that game against Cape Verde in this very venue, I thought the game that they played that day was really brilliant in every sense. Goals created or chances created were many. Just talking the construction of passes into the middle, going forward. That's why they were able to create that much chances. But this is a big drop from what I saw that day against maybe a higher quality side than Togo. And unfortunately, you can't always have that type of a performance because there's always a break in between from the one game to the other. The passing game for me today, they seem to be sluggish, and there's just no quality in the passes, and they seem to be finding themselves taking too long, with too much time on the ball, which eventually is what helps Togo to be able to sneak that ball away.
That's unlucky for Twala, lets it get away from him. Henan sensed the opportunity to step in and then was subsequently fouled. Ahulu is down at the moment, and who's playing for Raja Casablanca. They recently got a new coach in the form of Yusuf Zimbabwe. Paulo Duarte on the sidelines, a defender by trade, played as a centre-half during his playing.
Ok, bon, on va revenir très bientôt. Je suis en train de chercher un autre moyen pour regarder le match. Donc, ne vous en faites pas. Je serai de retour très très bientôt. Je serai de retour très bientôt.
It's the brilliant of Babel for me that really did the trick. I mean, he consciously just dinged the ball over the defense line.
Bon. Ne vous en faites pas. Je pense que c'est deuxième mi-temps déjà. Je vais vous donner. I'm going to give you guys a better quality. Don't worry. Je suis en train de
That formed the wall in front of him and obviously anticipated the run from the goal scorer in Denke. It was perfectly timed, with a perfectly timed run.
Deuxième mi-temps serait très bien. Je suis en train de travailler sur quelque chose là. Et je vous promets, deuxième mi-temps là.
Draw for Cape Verde, the win for Togo would...
Deuxième mi-temps.
Still keep the Sparrowhawks of Togo in contention, but a significant margin of victory. Against Cape Verde. In their final qualifier, to win by 3 goals. Whereas if Cape Verde were to lose, later today.
All right.